Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zumara. Now I'm gonna review an article about location selection query in Google Maps using Voronoi based Spatial Skyline algorithm. This article written by Anissa and Lenny Angrani. The abstract of this article is Google Maps is one of the popular location selection systems. One of the popular features of Google Maps is nearby search. For example, someone who wants to find the closest restaurant to his location can use the nearby search feature. This feature only considers one specific location in providing the desired place choice. In a real world situation, there may be a need to consider more than one location in selecting the desired place. Assume someone would like to choose a hotel close to the conference hall, the museum, beach, and souvenir store. In this situation, nearby search feature in Google Maps may not be able to suggest a list of hotels that are interesting for him based on the distance from each destination place. In this paper, we have successfully developed a web-based application of Google Maps search using Voronoi-based Spatial Skyline algorithm to choose some point of interest from Google Maps as their considered location to select desired place. We use Google Maps API to provide POI information for our web-based application. The experiment result showed that the execution time increased while a number of considered location increased. Introduce Google Maps is the one of the popular location selection systems. Google Maps is used to search and select location with several features that it has. One of the popular features of Google Maps is nearby search. This feature only considers one specific location in providing the desired place. They do 5 steps in research method. First, data collection for Google Maps. Second, SSK implementation. Third, system development. Fourth, system testing. Fifth, experiment. Data collection from Google Maps. The data processed by every run of VS2 is dynamic because the data is based on user preference. The data consists of point of interest in Google Maps with spatial and non-spatial information. This data was obtained by utilizing Google Maps API. The spatial information are latitude to longitude of POI, and the non-spatial information is POI rating according to the type of POI thread. This is the basic concept of the data collection model. SSK implementation. The SSK model is created according to the pseudocode. Initialization is done by randomly selecting one query point and determining to the point with the closest distance to the query point. Iteration began by checking the first point in each. System development. The design and development of web-based location selection system are carried out in this stage. The design phase consists of making activity diagrams and system interface design. After that, the system is developed, referring to the design that has been made. Google Maps API that is used in the system are Places API and Maps JavaScript API. Figure X shows the activity diagram of the system. System testing. After system development has been completed, we conduct testing. The testing is performed by doing an interaction simulation with the system, from filling out the location and search input form to obtaining a set of skyline locations. Experiment. In the experiment, we observe the performance of the SSQ query in Google Maps and record the time required to complete the search. The experiment also observed the effect of a different numbers of queries on the system performance. Results and discussion. Discussion. A web-based location selection system is designed so that VS2 algorithm implementation can be used directly by the user. There are two main pages in this system: the input form for location search and the Spatial Skyline result page, which displays recommended location for user. Result. The system is tested using the black box method to determine whether all the functions that have been developed are working as expected. The table shows the result of testing the three functions of the system: the form filling, autocomplete location fields on the form, and markers on the map when filling in the location field. The function fill out the form for location search. The scenario is complete the input data on form and click the process button. Expect result. Redirect to the result page and show the Spatial Skyline point as a recommended location. Result was success. Function 2. Autocomplete location field. The scenario is typing the location for query. Expect result. Show the recommended location based on typed word. The result was successful. The third function, push marker when filling out the location of a query. Choose the location from the recommendation of autocomplete. Then expect result is add marker at the location on the maps. The result was success. The conclusion is this research has been successfully implemented the VS2 algorithm for location selection based on spatial criteria on Google Maps. The data used is the POI dataset from Google Maps obtained by utilizing the Google Maps API implemented in the data collection module. The execution time is affected by the amount of object data and the number of queries. In the future, we would like to develop this web application into a mobile application so that it is more accessible for many users. Implementation of a newer Skyline algorithm to improve execution time can also be researched. In further research, the data collection algorithm can be modified by other methods that can perform faster. In addition to that, the VS2 algorithm that currently still uses Euclidean distance can be researched further to using route map distance that correspond to the real-world situation. Only until here the results of my review. I close with Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi